So we do it one of two ways, because the protection is what the protection is. So if we were to run this off of inside zone, it would be 122 naked pin crush, right? If we do it off our outside zone is 28. It's 128 naked pin crush. It doesn't really change for the offensive line. The only thing that changes is their aiming points from the run game, right? Whether it's play side number or play side outside shoulder pad. Next, we'll do some different things off the jet read that Coach was talking about earlier. It's our gap scheme, okay? We keep the protection really simple on this. You know, when we're running jet power read, and jet read, and all that fun stuff, it's a gap down double principle, okay? Whether we run power read, whether we run power, whether we run counter, it's a gap scheme, right? A gap scheme is what a gap scheme is. It's gap down double. We're kicking out the first man outside our in-man in power with the fullback, right? We're kicking out the first man outside our in-man in counter with a guard. We're reading the first man outside our in-man on power read. But everybody else is gap down double. If you have a guy in your gap, block him. If you don't, by the time our tackle gets there, that guy still is in the area. So, hey, the old thing goes, once you draw him, you ride him, man. We're not gonna, I'm blocking this guy, but I'm not supposed to, so then I'm gonna let go. No, man, you draw him, you ride him, because that muddies the water for everybody else. Because there's probably a guy coming from depth that can make you right. Okay? So here we are, we're running out of 3x1. We're motioning the guy from the field back to the boundary. And we'll do some different things. And I know somebody mentioned and asked some questions about how you tag stuff with the receivers, how you block it and that kind of stuff. We will. You know, like this was tagged with crack. So we were going to try to crack this guy. He got there before a receiver did. Now I would like the receiver just to keep going to the next guy. He doesn't. He kind of gets caught in no man's land. Not good by the guard pulling. Don't touch that guy, man. Do not touch that guy. But you can see our tackle, our left tackle, he's going to the area, right? He ain't catching that guy's man coverage. Sure as I won't catch that safety. So here we are, we're running the football play into the boundary a little bit. We're keeping the backside tight end in. The first one that we run off this guy's off the action is, what did we start with our 122? Seams. We do the same thing off this, guys. It's our seam concept. Now, where we put the guys is irrelevant. It's where they end up that's relevant. They know what their landmarks are. So now we're in trips. Hey, my landmark's bottom of the numbers. Stay out of the lawn. Hey, my landmark is this opposite hash. Common sense tells me I'm not going to get to this other landmark from here. Now your landmark is 2 yards outside the hash. We want this guy to work vertical and then bend it over. You can't bend it over right now. There will be some stuff. I don't know if it's on here where we game plan it, or we're going right now based on how they're playing power read and that kind of stuff. What we tell this guy, the number 3 receiver, you clear guys, look. Once you clear a guy, look. Whether it's a safety, whether it's a linebacker, whatever it might be, once you clear, look. Reason being is a quarterback's, that's who he's reading. He's ready to throw. What we read on this guy is the field safety. All right? So, this is the field safety right here. Is he vertical with number 2? Yep, where's 3? He's vertical for 2, where's 3? So as we get to the protection here, everybody's back. Nice job by the tackle, taking care of a level 1 defender. We can, depending on how they're playing it, steal a guy with our tailback. Now, we're back, we're pulling, we're kicking, right? We're stealing on the backside. Now with our tailback, same thing. Hey, we're zippering this protection together. You're coming from depth to make your guard, right? Like we talked about with him on the backside of the inside zone protection, all right? If we know that, they're not second containing with linebackers and that kind of stuff, there are some times where we'll say, hey, this week, bud, glance for protection. If it's not there, we need an outlet. We need an outlet. That's kind of game by game. We're running the same thing. Now we're running out of trace. Okay? We're running out of 12 personnel. Trips ace. We're keeping the backside tight end for protection. He's got this landmark. He's 2 yards outside the hash. He's bottom of the numbers on the seam. We're reading the field safety, right? He's at us. Right? He is coming at us. There's a guy over 2. Where's 3? There he is. Not good by the guard. Right? Not good by the guard. Who's he have to block? First man outside. Our in-man. Our in-man. The first guy. Not the second guy. I'd rather have you on the defensive end and the running back on the linebacker than you on a linebacker and now obviously nobody on the defensive end, right? Great job by the quarterback staring down the gun barrel, right? You don't want your quarterback to get hit and all that kind of stuff. They wear helmets, shoulder pads too. But it's not good by the guard. Because if he takes the 5 technique like he's supposed to, you can see his path and track is too wide initially. He's not digging it out. He's not inside out pocket protection. Then the back can fit off it and make it right.
That's one coach really good.
Yep. This is horrible by the quarterback. Okay? And it's not good by our number 2 receiver. And your landmark is bottom of the numbers. Or 2 yards outside the hash. Once you get there, get vertical on it, right? He should be throwing it, because the safety's where? The field safety's outside. Where's 3? Covered. That safety's running to the pylon to defend the favorite. I don't blame him either, because I have no idea what that corner's doing. Obviously staring in the back when they're cutting it. So as we look at the protection, we're keeping the tight end on the backside. You can run it without the tight end on the backside, but squeeze tight to your game plan. I don't like it. Just because it condenses the backside, we're not moving, we're pocketing with the short edge of the backside. But you can see here, our tailback, he's out. He's the outlet. Quarterback's wrong. He's staying on the 3-2 low. But sometimes, I just make plays, make it look good. And we didn't get into power pass. We block it very, very similar. We do some different things with our concepts, getting fullbacks out and that kind of stuff.